Sup guys, this is the late night vlog. This is me thinking it's a good idea to record some shit after work. So I've been feeling some type of way. I have been doing some dumb shit and I'm finally acting upon it. How about that? I've put forward the least amount of action behind the words that I like to spew. I'm really good with my words. I've always been really good at lying. Since the beginning of my birth, I've been a liar, and I've been a very good liar. So coming forward into adulthood, I told myself that I would be honest and truthful and virtuous, you know. So I was the most honest poker player, right? That's a fucking good one. That's a good joke. But I try to do it, you know. I honestly kept up with it pretty well. There was one issue that I kind of got into recently. Not issue, it's just a really bad thing that I started doing. So I would end up going blind, all in, with my chips and whatever cards I've had. See, I had this kind of like confirmation bias. So yeah, I had this confirmation bias, and I would tell myself, and I would tell the whole table, I'd be like, all right guys, I'm not gonna look, I'm gonna go all in, you guys have to call. And they're like, oh shit, what the fuck. So when you do that, no one believes you. And so what I do is I put my chips or chip protector on top of my cards as they come flying to me, and then I start looking at people. Honestly, I fucking get off on this, and this is the main reason that this is an issue, is that I've begun to do this more often than normal. Because I sit there and I say, I win these 3 out of 4 times. And I started keeping track of them, and I'm pretty sure I do. It's actually kind of fucked up. Which is another one of those things where I say I wish I wasn't so lucky in poker, or else a lot of things would change. I let off with that because I kept my image, I kept my truth, I kept my standards for myself, I suppose. And I'm finally quitting poker. I'm quitting gambling. Let me say that. I'm quitting gambling for 6 months at the time. And my last video about this subject was me saying a year and I'm done with this and that. But honestly, it's so easy to say that shit when you're broke, but it matters when you have money in front of you, and it actually matters if you spend that money. So Broke Mag is the best at saying shit and doing whatever he needs to do to get by, but once he gets evolved and becomes Paycheck Mag, he does some dumb shit and he kind of just throws everything away. Recently my mom kind of came at me, and she's completely right. It's just it sucks that it's gotten to this point, you know. I can't even tell her something without her questioning it, and pretty much I'm back to my childhood, and I'm back to her not believing me, and honestly it makes me feel like shit. It's not the fact that, you know, it's about whatever it is. It's just the fact that she kind of told me, like and I've heard this a million times from millions of people, but a man without his word is pretty much nothing, you know. she said balls in Spanish. You know, it's serious when my mom says balls. So yeah, she pretty much said I need to grab my balls and like stick to some shit, and I was super mad, but in hindsight that shit was funny as hell. Essentially, I'm gonna get my shit together, and I want this video to represent the truth in what needs to be done. This is the accountability. This is actually what my YouTube videos were supposed to be. They were supposed to keep me on track and keep a sense of whatever I needed to do very apparent. If I gamble within these 6 months, I'm gonna lose probably the most precious person in my life. And I tried to do this earlier, and it wasn't taken as serious as I wanted it to be. And I tried it again while being really drunk, and it came through, and now I'm shitting bricks because I know what I'm capable of, and I know I can do this. It's just gonna be pretty tough. But pretty much I'm gonna talk about my underdog syndrome. It's pretty much me self-sabotaging myself or putting myself in a terrible position and coming out a winner. And I realize how often I do this and how often I literally chop my legs off, or I'm sorry, figuratively, chop my legs off and just handicap myself in these situations where I shouldn't be. I always put myself in a lower position, and I always put myself in a position where I am at risk or I am not holding the reins, you know. It's kind of, I don't know, it's something that I realized recently. I don't know, it's fucking stupid, you know? I just don't want to be a big winner. I want to be a small winner. I want to be an underdog. I want to be like a hero. I guess that's my concept of a hero, is a concept of someone coming from nothing and doing the greatest things, you know? It also goes in line with me being impatient. Impatience is probably the biggest factor of any mistake or problem that I've caused in my life. So I guess going forward, I'm going to try to be more patient and, you know, breathe a little more and not be so impulsive, and really take these 6 months seriously and see what I can do in terms of character building and growth. But I'm going to get out of here now because I feel really fucking awkward. I need to work on my camera presence because it's kind of bad. Actually, let me get a little fun fact about this park. I have played baseball here. I used to do lots of drugs here. I got wanked off here. It's cool. It's a cool park. It's really close to home. I haven't been here in a long time. But yeah, take care, everybody. That was Unnecessary Facts with Pragged Mag, and this is another bullshit ass vlog. I hope you enjoyed your stay. I'm gonna get some Jack in the Box. Peace.